All right, so this next area here, this is really key. This is where, like, we call our team beast mode. This is where, like, I go into beast mode right here in insurance. Let me erase this real quick. This is an area for most of you because the first license you get is the life insurance license. You want to be really, 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 really good at explaining this to people and, really talking about the benefits and features and everything that you do. So normally I have the sheet covered up and I just have the top part exposed, the cash value, life insurance, and the buy term invest the difference. So what I explain to people is there's two types of life insurance. The first one goes by the name of cash value. It also goes by the name of whole life, universal life, and variable life. And what that has is two elements. It has a death benefit and it has a savings account, and they bundle the two together. So when you make your monthly payment, part of it goes to the death benefit, the other part goes to the savings account. I ask them, does that make sense? They say, yes. Okay, great. So there's another type of life insurance. It's called pure protection or term insurance. What that does, it unbundles those two elements. Excuse me. You unbundle those two elements. You have a death benefit that you pay for on a monthly basis. You take your money and you save it somewhere else. I ask them, does that make sense? And then they say yes. And I say, okay, great. What type of life insurance do you and your husband or you and your wife have? And typically they're going to tell you it's either the cash value or it's term, or it's I have it through work, or it's I don't have any at all. So there's a couple different things you have to do here. I guess we have enough time to do this. All right. So let's say that Mike, let's say I sit down with you and Rachel,
Okay.
and I ask you that question: what type of life insurance do you and Rachel have? Is it the one with the cash value, or is it the one with the term, or the pure protection or term insurance?
Actually, both, but
all right,
no one's gonna say that.
Let's break it down easy for training purposes right now. What do you have right now?
Whole life.
Okay, so Mike says he's got whole life. So what we do is what's called funny banking. Okay, so I say, hey Mike, let's play a little game. Let's pretend that you and Rachel get something in the mail from your bank. It says, hey, we want to implement some new rules to your bank account. All you need to do is sign on the line to implement these rules. Okay. Rule number one, Mike. For the first 3 to 5 years, no matter how much money you save in your account, your account balance is going to be $0. Okay. Rule number two, after the 3 to 5 years is over, we're going to give you 1 to 2% interest, whatever we feel like giving you. And keep in mind that inflation is about 3.5%. So anything less than that, you're losing buying power with your money. Okay? Rule number three, if you ever want to pull money out of your bank account, you can do that. It's fine, but you need to pay it back to us at 5 to 9% interest on your own money. And I stop after the third one and I ask them, how do they like the rules? Because they say they're good, they're not paying attention. So, Mike, how do you like these rules so far?
Not at all.
Not good, right? Rule number 4, if you have an emergency and need to pull money out of your cash value or out of your account at any point, just plan your emergency about 6 months in advance so we have time to get that money together for you. Okay? Give us 6 months notice. And rule number 5, we know how families like to bicker and quarrel over money when people die. We don't want that to happen to you and your family, so when you die, we're just going to keep your savings. Are you going to sign on that line to implement those rules, Mike, to your bank account?
No.
No. If you have money in an account like that, would you want to know about it?
Absolutely.
If you have family and friends that have money in an account like that, would you want them to know about it?
Yes.
So all those rules I just showed you right there, Mike, are what's called whole life, universal life, and variable life life insurance. Okay? These rules apply to your account that you have. Okay? I know that typically you probably don't go out and you didn't know these rules, right? So this was sold to you by an agent, right?
As a savings account.
Yeah, so they sell it as sort of like an investment, right? So these are the rules that apply to that. Okay? You would agree you don't like those rules, right?
No.
Let me show you, how it's sold to people. Okay, typically you don't go out and buy it, but I'll show you how they sell it to people.
Okay.
This here is called the refrigerator story. And by the way, just so you guys know, I had zero experience in life insurance, zero experience in investing, any of that stuff of about 13, 14 months ago. So if I can learn this and be able to present this, you guys can all learn it here. It may seem a little complicated right now, but as you see this like multiple times, it becomes very simple. So it's just repetition. So, Mike, these are refrigerators. Okay, refrigerator A, refrigerator B. They're the same exact refrigerator, and there's no trick questions. Okay. So, refrigerator A is $2,000. Refrigerator B is $1,000. Which one are you going to buy?
Refrigerator B.
Refrigerator B, right? Cheaper. Refrigerator A has a 36-year warranty. Refrigerator B has a 36-year warranty. Which one are you going to buy?
Still B.
B, okay? With refrigerator A, after the 36-year warranty expires, I'm going to double your money and give you $4,000 back. With refrigerator B, after the 36-year warranty expires, I'm giving you $0 back. Which one are you going to buy?
A.
A. Why'd you pick A?
Because when the warranty's out, I'm going to get double what I originally paid for it.
So I sold you on the fact that over 36 years, I'm going to double your money, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember the rule 72 that we went over?
Mhm.
Okay, so 12 goes into 72 6 times, which means that if I have an investment doing that, my money's going to double once every 6 years. Okay. So let's pretend for a second that I'm a refrigerator salesman. Okay, I buy
Okay.
refrigerator B for $1,000. I sell it to you for $2,000. Do you see I made $1,000 on that sale?
Yeah.
But you don't really care because I'm going to double your money later, right?
Yeah.
So let's say I take that $1,000 I made and I invest it out here on the rule of 72. Year 1 I have 1,000. Year 2 I have 6,000. Year 12 I have 4,000. Year 18 I have 8,000. Year 24 I have 16,000. Year 30 I have 32,000. And year 36 I have 64,000. So I'm going to cut you a check for $4,000, and I'm going to profit $60,000. Okay, it's not too bad, right? So
For you.
yeah, for me, right? I make some good money off you, right? Off that refrigerator. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to relabel this, which is refrigerator B for $1,000 plus the $60,000 cash. I'm going to label this whole example C. So if you had a choice to pick refrigerator A or just refrigerator B, or example C, which is refrigerator B for $1,000 and $60,000 cash, which one would you take?
C.
C, right? And this concept right here is what we call buy term and invest the difference. So the way this breaks down is that you're getting a low-cost term product, which is way cheaper than the cash value here. And if you take the savings over that course of time, you're going to make way more money by investing the difference. So let's hop over here real quick. Over to this. This illustrates another way to look at it. All right. So this breaks it down again. I say, hey, let's take another look at what we're talking about here. So again, cash value, whole life, universal life, variable life. So in this example here, this is what you and Rachel have, okay, right now.
Okay.
All right, and that's the examples we just went over. So in this example here, John and Mary, they have $150,000 worth of coverage, okay? They're 30 years old. They're paying $285 a month. So they're paying a lot of money per month for not a lot of coverage. And then at retirement age, at age 65, they have this cash value of $124,000. So what most agents aren't telling people is that they're paying for 2 things their entire life, but they're only going to get one, because if John or Mary dies, they get $150,000 death benefit, but the insurance company keeps their savings, the money they've overspent for all of these years, to develop that cash value, okay? So another thing is that agents like to say, well, it's sort of like an investment. If you don't die, you get some of your money back. Well, the reality is if you want to pull some money out of your cash savings, you have to pay it back to the insurance company on a 5 to 9% loan on your own money. So do you ever have to borrow your own money?
You shouldn't.
No, you shouldn't have to borrow your own money, right? Along with that, let's say you had an emergency. Okay, you and Rachel had a huge emergency. You had to pull $100,000 out of your cash value. So now what they're going to do, they're going to raise your monthly premiums to help you pay that back. Okay, so you might be paying $600-700 a month, maybe even more. Okay, and they're going to deduct $100,000 from your death benefit. So now you're going to be paying $600-800 a month for $50,000 worth of life insurance. Does that sound like a good plan to you?
Sounds like I'm an idiot.
Yeah. So, and let's just take all those things. So obviously we can all agree those rules are terrible, okay? So let's just take that all aside and look at the actual numbers here. So let's pretend none of that exists. I look at myself, for instance, I'm 31 years old. If I die, I have a wife and a 5-year-old. If I die and left my wife $150,000, realistically, how long is that going to last?
You said you make about 80,000 years, or two years?
Maybe 2 years, right? 2 years or less, right? So this is a terrible job of properly protecting a family. The other thing, too, if I live to retirement and I only have $124,000, I'm out of luck, because We don't have any money, right? So this might last with inflation maybe 1 year by the time I retire, if that. So, with cash value insurance, basically, you can never afford the right amount of coverage. You're overpaying for a very little death benefit. And then also, the money that's in there, you're never going to get it out unless the only way to ever get this money out would be if you cancel the life insurance altogether, and then you don't have the life insurance anyway. You know what I mean? So a lot of agents are like, well, with whole life, you have it your whole life. Well, if you ever want to get your money out, you don't. So that's how that works. So most people would agree, not a good plan whatsoever. So let's look over here, another concept that we teach, which is called buy term and invest the difference. So we're going to talk about the same $285. We put $400,000 on John, $400,000 on Mary for a 35-year level term. Which means for 35 years, their death benefit stays exactly the same, their monthly premiums stay exactly the same. We also put $10,000 on each of their 2 children, which didn't have any coverage over here. So we gave them about 3 times the coverage, and with us, it was $126 a month. So we saved them $159 from this example over here. It gave them way more coverage. They can do whatever they want with their savings, but if they invest that in an actual mutual fund that would average about 9%, we're going to help them accumulate an additional $471,000 for retirement just in the savings from the life insurance plan, okay? Now this here, this is an actual investment account completely separate from the life insurance. So no matter what happens to them, if John or Mary dies, they're properly protected with $400,000, and this money is theirs to keep no matter what happens, okay? And the goal is that, John and Mary both live to retirement, and then they have additional income for their retirement needs, okay? So, Mike, if you and Rachel had a choice to pick example A or example B, which one would you go with?
B.
B. What if I only showed you this example right here?
Well, that's what I got.
Yeah, exactly, because that's what most agents are going to show you. They're not going to show you the second one because they made 10, 12, 15 times the commission to sell that to you, okay? So, we believe in doing what's right for the client, giving them the appropriate amount of coverage to help them save more money for retirement. So we can all agree that's a better plan. So